Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Danganronpa. Let's just get into it, you know? You know what I mean? Hopefully it will be loud enough for you guys to hear.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation
Oh, yes, it
of
is.
the class trial. During the class, if you've I'll punch. Oh my, Monami, my cute little sister, you're awfully quiet. What's happened to you?
Huh?
You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon because you're a rabbit? Chesto!
She's still
One more
standing.
time. Jeez, how about this one? This will be my final blow. It's useless.
Please stop! I feel bad for Monomi.
You're right.
Finally you do.
It's
It's been 5 chapters, but you finally feel bad for Monami.
And this time is Nagito, who was attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious.
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor,
Yes.
that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, that might not be it.
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Wait. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Don't say something so stupid! There's no way in hell I'm the traitor!
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
The traitor and the killer who murdered Nagito is here, right? Are they the same person or? Let us begin the final argument. Yeah. Okay.
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torch.
What's up with the monochrome and plushies? Oh. That thing. Okay.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
What?
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's you, but like you're Yakuza. Safe to assume Nagito's mouth. Spear of Gungnir! I'm so confused.
I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
Uh-huh.
The reason Nagito's body.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was. What were they trying to find out by torch? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
I don't know.
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
I don't understand.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So So that's why he was so
What?
beat up. What were they
Why?
trying to find out by torturing
Why
him?
is that the one that goes for the other one? I don't understand.
There's no way I'd torture someone.
The killer didn't tape. I'm telling you, they were
The reason Nagito's body.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
No, that's wrong.
Actually, I think I...
But Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape.
Exactly,
So he wouldn't have been
okay,
able to
yeah.
confess
That's what I
anything.
thought. They just tortured him for the sake of
If he was being
torturing.
tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
I'm prepared.
Oh, wow. You're prepared, huh?
I just realized it. It's a trap.
Uh-huh.
Trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
What are you talking about?
This is so stupid! What do you mean, stupid?
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you'd obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
I can't back down.
Get fucked. I'm the best
But if they tape
spammer
his mouth
around.
shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bombs. Then, after they killed him,
What?
Damn it!
like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you'd obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated. Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you'd obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
I can't back down.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got in. Then, after they killed him,
Why am I retreating?
Damn it!
like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you'd obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got in from. Then,
What?
after they killed him,
Allow
Oh.
me to cut through those words. No, there's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
Yes.
what did you say?
Who cares about the duct tape? You might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors. We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Yep.
Why do you always side with Hajime? Do you have a crush on him or something?
Shiaki, is that true? Are you in elementary school or something?
You were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds. Which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so he wouldn't be able to scream. Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
Exactly.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
Damn. I mean, but
Probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
why not hurt him,
Then,
right?
are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer?
Why not?
If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard.
Yep.
If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
Oh, that's true. They did destroy the
The
evidence.
warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
You can't think of any other reason.
Holy shit.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
Yes, and
Yeah. And right
You
after I
weren't.
opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the
look,
very
you're not even there.
You're not even there.
Means it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
No.
Even if it was
You might be
a
right.
coincidence, the timing is just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Or maybe that the killer isn't one of you.
I
You
did
know,
not
just like
know that.
the trial, the last
There
trial
has been
in
the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia.
the first game.
You have such an amazingly high intellect.
Shut
Alrighty
up.
then. Let's think about this
Fuck.
based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
Damn right it is.
Oh! The reason for the fire, huh? They're right. We need to clear that up first. Okay. Hold the oil lighter, no?
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Uh-huh.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
Based
No.
on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way? Maybe they used invisible thread.
There should have been a way to tip
Oh.
it over with sound waves.
Or perhaps opening the door caused intense wind pressure.
No! Oh.
The direct cause of the oil lighter found
The
I
killer used
see.
something lit the curtain on.
some kind of setup.
Did they use the oil?
They probably just based on the shape of it can stand up
If they tipped over, it could have ignited.
some way. Maybe they used invisible.
There should have been a way to tip it over.
Or perhaps
Joanna!
I agree with
I'm so smart. I didn't even look that one up. My days of looking up the answers
I also
are
agree that opening
over.
the door is what started the fire.
just as I thought, it was the wind pressure. A dust devil blown here
No,
from glorious Japan.
die. Okay.
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels.
Yep.
A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right?
Mm-hmm.
It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just
Okay.
a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
Yes, it does.
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
Come on, use your brain.
A domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
That's exactly what I do.
Those tiles. The killer used the Monokuma panels. So when we opened the warehouse door,
Why is this such a good game to play when you're tired?
and from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
Like it's not like it's.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
It's not like it's It's not like it's
That's
night.
probably why they turned off
In
the
fact,
lights in
it's
the warehouse,
morning. I just
so we
woke
wouldn't
up.
notice them.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
Yep.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
Yes. Good, the one thing to hide the domino effect. Let me see. I don't know. Huh. They put others? No. The lighter?
Crap!
I mean, the fire would have burned them.
I see.
Yeah, I was, yeah, I had to try all the ones I suspected.
Right? That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
I see what you're saying. The sound of the warehouse felt even darker because our eyes was too. Oh, what? Shut up! This is a flashback. You have no right to make me read this.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah? Why is that? Explain yourself. Oh my god, you and your flashbacks.
I knew it. It was a trap.
Ah, so the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Mm-hmm.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
But the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
If that door is the only entrance to the warehouse, I see. So the problem the killer couldn't have left.
I see.
If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened, anyone inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Yep.
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used.
Yeah, that's what we said
don't have to
already.
think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
What? Are you talking about Nagito? Huh?
You don't mean...
But if that's true, this murder.
Hajime? What do you mean?
The person who set up the domino effect inside a warehouse, there's only one person who could have done that. It's Hiyoko! Oh my god, it all leads up to Hiyoko! No way.
This is my answer. What if it was Nagito?
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
Yeah, he is.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Huh?
He was also the killer.
Just the victim? What does that mean?
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too. Maybe.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid.
I'm saying this may be a
His body
suicide.
was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget?
Why not do that to himself?
Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
But
Yep.
Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, It'd be
Yes, but
impossible
there
for him to tie
was-
up his own arms and legs.
But there was one shit that wasn't
Yeah,
tied up.
you're right.
There was one hand that wasn't tied up.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
I know how he was.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
That's what you think. Like he said, it seems impossible if you think about it, but I feel like I'm overlooking something. I'm not.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
He didn't tie up both arms.
Couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
I never thought about that. He might have used his dick to do this.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the...
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
Or if you use your...
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
To actually tie up, that's obvious.
Tying just the leg, tying both arms.
You couldn't do much with the...
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
Oh no, it's not. Huh.
Crap. To actually
So it
tie
is
up
as
your
I
arms and
thought.
legs.
No, that's wrong.
Yes, that's exactly what I was saying. I just didn't see a way to... I just didn't think it would go with this one.
Hold on a sec. Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his...
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
What? To prove that the burnt drop on Nagito's right arm was a trap?
Crap! I see.
His right sleeve. All right, yeah, you mentioned that.
At his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
Akane, you should not give
Oh.
away for free. Make sure they pay you.
What? No, it's free!
That's definitely wrong.
Come on!
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito. I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know?
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand.
Ah, that one is obvious. Hajime, you tricked me. Give me back that Benjamin.
Not only did she try to charge me, now she wants the money back. What the heck?
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
A way to stab yourself in your right hand using only your right hand. It's okay, there's definitely an answer for this. I know.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
No. Oh, she said
Even if
threw it
Nagito's-
in
How could
the
he
air.
stab his-
No,
If he
it's
threw
not.
the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow? And slammed his right hand down on it?
Propped it onto... If he just propped it, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand. Even if Nagito's, how could he stab his?
If he threw the knife and let the knife, could he stab his hand up? Is he a throwing knife? Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
What? I know the blood on Girder has something to do with this.
It's wrong?
What? What? That makes no sense!
How could he stab his?
If he threw the knife and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand? Is he a throwing knife? Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
Fuck this game.
The life-size Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it. If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
I see. So that's the trick.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
You're dumb.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
What?
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie. So
He probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem. The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right? If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito. If that's true, how is that possible? He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you
Oh
would
my
die
God.
instantly.
Say it one more time. I need you recorded. For reasons.
Hey, bastard, you better cut it out.
like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear.
Kazuichi, you little
It'd be
perv.
hard to use a spear with a knife stabbed into your right hand while your left hand is tied up.
So you're saying it's impossible?
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else.
I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
Nagito could do it, so why not us?
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe
Exactly.
it, right? But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes this time too.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone. If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
Oh.
Monome's sassing me.
Oh.
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. So this might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted. And it's
I mean,
too
he's got a
convenient.
point.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course, that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
As
Okay.
Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone.
Aw. That's foolish
No matter
and
how
dumb.
many times I've been betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
I think the last
Also wanna
murder
believe
showed
there's
us
no
that
killer. But suicide is unimaginable.
you can do things for good.
But you
Gundam.
It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with
Gundam.
a spear in his condition.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible.
Oh, huh?
I feel that there's
Yeah, I know what
someone
it
who
is.
stabbed himself with that spear.
Yep, there is.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together. That's how we made it this far up till now.
That's true.
Everyone working together.
She's right. We made it through several ordeals up till now by doing that. And even now.
Let's do this.
When I finally be able to use the... No? Okay.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand. If that's the case, the only other way...
He used his teeth? Or maybe he used his front tail. I know guys have tails that get hard when they're grabbed.
What are you saying?
A blushing Miss Sonia is freaking awesome!
How did Nagito... Let's work together. When the spear stabbed
His
right
front
hand-
He was
tail?
only able to move, but his left
What are
hand
you,
was also-
Super
that rules
Saiyan?
out his left hand.
Nope.
No, that's wrong. Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Indeed.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand.
Yep.
The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange?
Yep.
He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
Mm-hmm.
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that blood stain. But it's not the only... Look, there's blood on the back of his hand. Around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural blood stain, but what's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit.
No,
There's blood on his
creativity is
palm
bad.
And the back of his hand. What was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
What was Nagito's left hand doing when the blood splattered? Gripping.
I see! When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
Yeah, I think he was.
Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear.
Nope, I don't think he was grabbing the
Now that
spear
you mention
itself.
it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
That's why I don't think it was the spear itself. It was indirectly the spear. That's right, that's the problem.
Cherokee, what do you think?
I think the spear was up there. You know, and it's the blood up
Hey,
there.
Don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
I think she is.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle. Just like fixing an old TV.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Huh? Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear. I think. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
Which section?
I see!
Cord.
That's it. Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord. There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Yes. Go
Isn't
on.
the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You'll see.
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
Yeehaw, I think he
That's where the
did.
clue to solve this mystery resides, right, Chiaki? I am sorry.
Ah, Nagito is gripping the cord extending from the butt of the spear with his left hand. From there, how would he stab himself in the stomach with a spear?
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time?
At a time like this, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
Ooh. She just
That's a
called
long
all of you
plan
out.
name.
One step at a time. What does that mean?
I wonder.
Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
Yes.
It was positioned.
Nagito's facing up and the spear stabbed through his stomach, so it's just before that. That's it. Could it be the state of the spear and the fact that Nagito is holding the tip of the cord attachment? If I put those together and think about it, I should be able to figure out what the spear was and what state it was in before it stabbed Nagito. Okay. Okay. Are we doing a logic dive? Okay. You know I'm all up for logic dives. Ooh, Pagers! Pagu! Pagu! Okay, okay. Ah! Oh my god. Oh. Ah! What the fuck, man? Piece of shit. Where was the spear just before it impaled Nagito? Oh my. Yelp. I shall not fall to you. Besides the spear, what else is above? A ceiling girder. Ah, what the fuck? That is fucked up, man. Okay, okay, okay. You're trying to confuse me. I see, I see. Piece of shit. Piece of shit! Aw, Mondo. What item connects both the spears? The rope. Nagito's. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Left hand or right hand? The spear's cord. I'm so smart.
It's all coming together.
It's all coming together.
The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
Perpendicular. In the middle of the air?
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP?
I think he did.
That'd be awesome, but he probably used the ceiling girder directly above him.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support, he hoisted the spear directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling. So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
Yes.
Are you serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, There's no reason they go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was.
Yeah.
Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Then, this is for real?
Yep.
He really committed suicide? Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
I think.
Not just that, he did all that while he was gripping the spear?
I think he did it before. Or not.
That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end. Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right?
Yes.
Duct tape on his mouth too?
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Yeah.
Did he need to go that far?
Yes.
That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
Why not?
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake. By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer. His goal was to get us all executed.
Actually, I don't really like him, but I don't think that was his goal.
Did he want us to die that bad?
I don't think Nagito would do that.
That's messed up. That's seriously so messed up.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
Jeez, now I'm starting to feel a little sympathetic toward him. How stupid of me. Completely underestimated his capacity for malice. Mind-boggling malice that threatens us even after he's died. That's the form of his malice took. I'd forgotten all about it until now. If he was here now, he'd probably be sneering at me.
There is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right? Whatever became of that?
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
So why did he not just do that in the first place?
Oh.
If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
Oh.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
True.
He tried to make us doubt each other and tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
That's true.
You are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion. Bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so we'd be executed.
That should be okay, right?
Why are you doubting?
You're not satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense. It's probably just my imagination.
Why? I mean, I sort of understand what she's talking about. I don't think it's a mistake to assume that Nagito committed suicide, but why do I feel so uneasy about it? Is it because you don't know who the traitor is,
So
or...?
what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
What do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
You are right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh? That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right?
You dumbass.
It's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
Then it's
Why do you-
okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer? Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
Oh.
Hold on. Why?
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't
Yeah,
help but
just
feel
wait a
like
little more.
there's still something we overlooked.
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
That's true, but
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is.
Huh?
No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who
Yes,
the traitor
letting
is?
mysteries
What kind of mystery is
unsolved
that?
is not a good idea in the presence
There's
of
just one
Monokuma.
thing that doesn't make sense,
So
and it
all of
relates
them.
to Nagito's death. Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
Ooh. Something related to Nagito's death, and something that even he
You're
couldn't
gonna
have
keep
messed with.
going? Here, I thought we were finally finished.
And so you jinxed us. Good job! Something related to Nagito's death. Oh my god, this is ominous. I don't know. What is it? What? Movie?
I see. Is it about the Monokuma file?
Yeah, that's it.
Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
Are you talking about the estimated time of death? Suspicious part of the Monokuma file that Chiaki is worried about is... What is it? What's hidden in the Monokuma file? Oh no. Yeah, it is the time of death, okay. Or... Oh. I see. Fuck. 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 Oh my god, this is so fucking hard. Oh my god, bro! Dude, I swear to god, fucking Danganronpa's idea to, let us, fucking, complicate, this fucking, a minigame. It's gonna be so fun. Everyone is gonna love it. Nobody even likes Hangman's Gambit to begin with. Why did you have to make it worse? Nobody plays this for the fucking minigames. I'm mad right now. Fucking Christ. Oh no, it starts. Fuck. What? Fucking kidding. He just ignores them all. I don't give a fuck. Jesus Christ.
I got it! In this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
No laser spear.
Isn't that weird? Until now, the files always specified the cause of death.
But the cause of death is obvious, is it not? The spear and...
Ah, I see.
It's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
Well, Monokuma,
I plead the fifth.
There he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say.
But even during Gundam's case, and before during Mikan's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying that applies this time too?
Yes.
Hold on a sec.
Exactly what I'm
Then,
saying.
are you saying there's more to Nagito's death? Are you suggesting again that his death wasn't a suicide?
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place.
True.
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide, but it's not just a suicide. Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
are you sticking up for him?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations, and that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here?
Huh?
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily?
True.
This is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
How interesting. You sure do believe in Nagito, huh? Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
No.
What friendship?
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote? I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied. Even if it's just to be safe.
You're right.
Just to be safe, huh? Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
This is friggin' annoying. But if you guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
Hey, Monokuma, you heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait.
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be all right. That's what I believe.
Oh, splendid. You guys are so splendid right now.
Shut the fuck up.
That's right. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
Now that I think about it, Nagito said the same thing. Except he said he was yearning for that. This is a good case of same core thing. And this issue we're in might be the thing that Nagito wanted all along. No, never mind. I'm probably overthinking. No, that's exactly it. Of a core thinking is the same, but the ways how you do it is bad.
No.
Alright, I'll see you all in the next episode. Goodbye.